Hello, everybody. Hello, Lins.
Hello.
Hello, Becca.
Hello, Becca.
Hello. All of you that show today who listen, who probably haven't got Facebook. Firstly, I want to wish you all a happy new year. May your health improve and may you have clarity in your life. We'd also like to mention we have you'll see above us on the page, we have a dedication to a beautiful soul, Deb Schuller. Now, many of you who are not on Facebook would need to know about this beautiful soul who passed to spirit last weekend. Now, it was a bit of a shock to a lot of us, but our prayers and the angels are enfolding the family and friends and everyone that knew them in their wings of love and comfort. Now, a bit about Deb. Absolutely an incredible soul. I was talking to Lins this week, and I had Cathy, and Becky knows that Cathy's here as well. Becky and Deb, whoosh, they were there like a shot, and saying to Lins and I, because we were thinking, oh, how do we go about this? And I've got them both, to Lins and I, now behave yourself, nothing like that. They were both, no pity party, no nonsense, accept all as is, unless you upset anybody else, and then you were lucky, 3, 2, 1 out. They were very much like that. Very, very knowledgeable, beautiful souls, and they're together in spirit, and they're here with us today, and they want to be remembered for how they were, as opposed to, they wouldn't want us to carry the sad heart, but the remembrance of the joy and the elation that they gave everyone. And Deb has touched, like Cathy did, many on an individual basis. She was known over the Blog Talk years with so many people as well as intuitalks, very supportive, and up until her passing, she did an awful lot with Barbara DeLong on Barbara DeLong's show. She did the switchboards, and we got to know her and had known her several years, and she was a great friend of Cathy's also. So thanks, guys. That's about it. So this show is somewhat wonderful because it's a dedication for her. Bless you, Debs. Thank you very much for being here. Cathy, thank you for being here. Angels, thank you for being here. I'd like to go in with the blessing.
Oh, could I just say something before you do, Riana?
Certainly.
Hello, everybody. You know me, I've just got to pop in. I always found Deb was a very good friend, and for everybody that's here or watching in the archives that knew her, she was a good friend. And she would chivvy everybody on the chat room. She would help keeping the chat rooms in order. And she came to Cathy's Distant Echoes with quite a few different names. And all of a sudden you'd go, is that you, Deb? And she'd go, yeah. And then you'd have a laugh about it. Yeah. But she was a friend of Cathy's Distant Echoes for years, ever since I've been doing the show. And yes, Cathy was doing it for 2 years before I did the show, so that's 9 years. And she helped out Lizzie Starr, and she helped out Barbara DeLong and other shows. And if anybody got stuck, she was there to help them. We were also happy for her and proud of her when she got her bachelor's degree, because we knew how hard she'd been working for it and studying it. So she has been with me the last couple of days. And when I hadn't finished putting this together last night, I was watching the programme and the credits went up, and all of a sudden I thought I saw her name, Deb Stiller. But when I saw, look, there was nothing there to actually resemble her name. And I came on there and I thought, oh crumbs, I've got to finish doing this. And she was there. I knew she was, it was with me, and the angels were saying, well, come on, Lens, hurry up and finish it. But, it's difficult not to be sad when you lose a friend, because we are
Yes.
human, even though we know life goes on afterwards. And I just like to say to everybody, most of us have been sending love and comfort to Debbie's family and friends, and to everybody that knew her, and to Deb herself, because she's got to get used to being on the other side. But I'm sure God has a really good job for her, especially now she's got her master's degree.
I know that her she's saying, Sharon, we're going to stop what we're doing. It's just on a broader scale. We've literally, what we've done is we were wearing a glove, and we've taken it off now. We're who we are, who we really are, who we've always been, and we're starting another part of the journey. And Cathy can't wait to show Debs all the different things on the other side of life. So that's very special. And okay, they're saying we're having a ball.
That's right, they're having a party, because there's quite a few friends of Cathy's Distant Echoes that have crossed over, and
yes.
they're all together. So
yes.
I'm going to put this over now. Riana is going to say the blessing that we always use on this show, which is the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. So I'll just put that up for you, Riana, in case you need it.
I have. Thank you. Just to say that this version, I know it's the Nazarene version, several versions out there, but I think we originally, through the other co-founder of Cathies Distant Echoes, went on Blog Talk Radio, Nick Nash, shared it with us, and it's just beautiful, and it stayed with Lins and myself and many friends, and we use it at the show, and just enjoy it. O thou from whom the breath of life comes, who fills all realms with sound, light and vibration, may your light be experienced in our utmost holiest. Your heavenly domain approaches. Let your will come true in the universe. Give us wisdom for our daily need, and detach the fetters and faults that bind us. Let us not be lost in superficial things, but let us be freed from that which keeps us from our true purpose. From you comes the all-working will, the lively strength to act, the song that beautifies all and renews itself from age to age. Sealed in trust, faith, gratitude, truth and love. As it is spoken, so it is. You are a beautiful, magnificent, multi-dimensional being, whose sole purpose is to expand into love and to be love, as it is, who we are. Amen. Namaste.
Amen. Thank you very much, Riana. If anybody would like to call in for a reading, if you'd like a free mini card reading, we use angel tarot cards and different decks depending on which ones we're guided to use. But if anybody would like to call in, the number is 631 353 442, and the number for Skype is 76646. And then you can Skype in to the show, or which will bring you into the chat room, or you can just join the show on Intuitalks. Just come and play. Well, we've had quite an adventure the last 7 years, haven't we, Riana?
Oh,
and
yes, wonderful.
When I started off,
Scott's joined us. Hi.
Oh, hiya, Scott. Scott, I'll unmute you. This,
Yeah.
everybody, is a lovely man that comes near from where Riana lives, and he's Scott Stevenson. I believe he's a medium, and he's normally on Darlene, Mama Dee's show. And I'm really pleased that you've joined us, Scott.
Yeah. Scott, yeah, you're just up the road from me, aren't you? I'm on the outskirts of Supermare.
Down the road in Bridgewater.
Yes, my daughter's, well, let's say was and is going to be moving into Bridgewater. They've just had problems with a flat that they were in, and they've literally having to get out. So they've been commuting from Weston, on the outskirts of Wall, just round the corner. They've been staying with Paddy's mum. So they've had a rough time, a couple of months before Christmas. So at the moment, paperwork's going through oh gosh, it's an apartment, like a coach house apartment, a new one down by the river in Bridgewater. So hopefully that will go through, fingers crossed, because they've had to move from the agent they were using, Scott, because they hadn't got anything available. So it's been quite difficult. I mean, there's one little cottage they looked at out at Callington, and unfortunately it was up for sale as well, and Paddy and his mother had gone to view it with the idea. Becky changed her shift hoping to go and see it, so she finished work at 2 o'clock so she'd go and view it, and in like 24 hours they'd sold it, so they were gutted. So, but hopefully this coach house goes through. Really hope. Send all your positive prayers, please, folks, that they get settled, because it's been very unsettling for them. But,
it all takes time, Rihanna.
Sorry?
It all takes time. Scott, I'd like to introduce you to Becca G.
Becca.
I don't know if you've met Becca before. Have you met her at Darlene's show?
I think I've seen her name.
In chat room.
As Rebecca, is it Gardner or Waters?
I go by Waters on Facebook, but it is Gardner.
It's Gardner, yeah. Anyway, Becca's a medium herself and does card readings, and she's a reverend, and she's into the magic of the spiritual side of things. She does her feeling, and she does everything. She's an all-rounder.
Extremely knowledgeable.
I'm a bit of an all-rounder.
I don't want to know anything. Becky can tell me. I think it's very nice to know that people take an interest in different modalities and different approaches, because I feel that it enhances the self. Becky's one of these people who's actually has also gained a lot of knowledge and worked very closely with these different modalities. And so if there is something that one would need as a bit of an addition, one of my first ports of call would be you, Becca, wouldn't it? So it's like that, yes. So, yeah, very knowledgeable young lady. Thanks, Becca, always. So, yes. I'd like to welcome Carrie, who's in South Africa. Carrie's marvellous. Hello, Carrie.
She is a healer. Carrie is a healer and a medium and a card reader, and she works as an alternative healer with Reiki, but she also works with animals as well. And she put up a very a lovely drawing of Cathy in spirit, that somebody that does spirit drawings did of Cathy. Oh, yes. Anyway, Carrie is listening at the moment, but I don't know what she's doing. So I don't know if Carrie, if you would like to come on video. If not, would you like to come on and talk? And I've just sent her a mail to say would she like to share the picture of Cathy in spirit, because I can't share it unless I get her permission. But it was a good picture. Anyway, the picture you see on the presentation, Cathy chose that. picture of her, the frame. And she sent me, I went to a site that she used to use, she used to make pictures for us. And I went to that site and I was thinking, oh, let's see what I can find. And I was going to go for a hummingbird because Cathy loved hummingbirds. And I asked Archangel Michael to give me a hand to find the right picture. And I'm going through, but then I felt Cathy come through to me, and my eyes were instantly drawn to the picture of her in that frame with the roses and a butterfly, which is nice. So Cathy has been with us all week. Whenever we put the show together, she is with us. She's lovely. So Carrie, I see you've unmuted your mic. Welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
After a few disasters, we're here. How are you?
Yes, pretty much the same. Pretty much the same.
Oh, you sound nice and cheerful. Yeah.
Thanks for saying that we can share the picture. So that's lovely.
Did you say that? Oh yes.
Yes, right in. Sorry,
Well,
you.
yeah, sure.
I'll go and get it. So what have you been up to, Carrie?
Lots and lots of stuff, and on Monday nights I usually do a development group on one of my development. And after the development group, a friend of mine posted 2 pictures that he had drawn in an altered state, and it took him all of 10 seconds to draw 2 pictures, and one was of another person and the other one was Cathy's picture. So as soon as I saw it, I thought, this is definitely Cathy. And then he started explaining it to me and saying, she's like a ballerina, she's that light. And then I thought, maybe it's my other friend. And then Cathy busted in and said, you really want to say that? You know it's me.
Yeah, so, I expect she came pretty close to you as well to confirm it for you.
Yeah.
You know.
We've got a pretty clear conduit of speaking, and as one of my other comments to Riana was, you know, she just was like, busy, 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 busy. You know, Cathy was always busy, 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 busy. So I just got this voice.
So lovely. Mm.
She used to, Carrie used to come onto the show as Carrie Fairy. Is it Carrie Fairy?
Yeah.
Hello, Carrie Fairy. And Carrie was a Christmas fairy for Cathy's Christmas shows. Cathy loved Christmas, and she used to do a Santa Claus show every Christmas Eve, and she would phone up children of people that she knew and talk to them and have them on air, and she would track Santa. And sadly, there was a young lady that was helping Cathy be the elf, and she wasn't well, and sadly she died. That was Sassy's daughter. And Carrie came in to help then, didn't you, Carrie? And you had the magic wand. I haven't got that sound effect anymore now.
Very.
Somebody else. It was somebody else, and I did a sound effect that I sent to her that she could play. So she loved that.
You've got to yourself, Linz.
No, it's Blog Talk done it.
That's better.
Cathy had a wand sound.
Yeah.
And then Carrie would come and go, hello, it's Carrie Fairy. Carrie. And it used to be funny because we would do this on ordinary shows as well, and it got so that it was quite a laugh. Anyway, I'm going to find your picture, Carrie, and put it up. Now, is there anybody that would like a reading? I'd like to say hi to Cynthia. Cynthia wants to, is in need of a reading. So I've just put up the disclaimer, which I'll just read everybody. This is the Flying with Angels disclaimer, angel card readings disclaimer. Readings on this show are for entertainment purposes only and does not replace advice from medical, legal or financial services. Whilst we endeavour to assist you, readings are not set in stone. Future events may be affected by your own actions or lack of actions and your own free will. Opinions of others in the chat room do not necessarily reflect the view of the hosts of the show. We reserve the right to remove a person from the chat room due to inappropriate behaviour. Cathy always had a boot button. We simply ask that you be kind to one another, discuss things pertaining to the show and enjoy the show. You are welcome to post your own links in the chat room for the benefit of everyone. Now, we are, Cathy's Distant Echoes always was, and we're continuing it on, a place where people could share things, share unusual things, share spiritual things, anything that people might think was a bit weird, somebody else might know about. So always remember that no question is never not viable. You know,
Yes.
no question is always unimportant, because it just might be the question you ask, somebody else might be thinking on as well. So with that said, please, I'll just go over to the chat room. Please put your name in the chat room if you'd like a reading. And if anybody would like to call in, it's 631 353 442 and then press 76646, and that will bring you through to the chat room. So
We've got somebody. Oh, thank you, Becca. There's Becca is already here, and Carrie's on call. Carrie's got a P, please, and Becky's typed me. So, and Becky was first. So, shall we go to you, Becca?
well, can I just say something before you give Becca a reading? Scott, this show is totally guided. It is totally off the wall. Although we have plans, they go out the window. Anyway, Becca, Riana hasn't yet got any further than the number 7.
No.
So I will pick you number 8.
I'll tell you number 7. The reason why everybody they take the mic is 7 is the divine number. We're in the 7th year. There are 7 major chakras in your body.
We're in the 11th year.
The major ones that we all use, and the rest goes from it. The major are 7, and I like the fact that the 8 is also on its side and it gives infinity. So I don't have any problem with that. But I've always been.
But she has a problem with number 8.
All the time.
I'm kidding.
And did you know what this year is, folks? Not that I'm not a qualified numerologist, but I just have an interest. This year is the year of 11. Very special master year. My life path number is 11. So I always say to everybody, what you feel, you go for. You don't have to change to be who you are, because you all have a place, as Cathy and I would say, and Debs. The branch of the tree of life has many, many branches to assist. It doesn't matter how big or how small, they're all valuable. Every single one of them contributes. There you go. Right, are you going with the 8th Rebecca then? Off you go, Lynn.
I was going to get you to go first, Riana. Riana, would you like to go first? Because I'm just getting this picture of Cathy.
Why not? Why not? Oh, I've got one card just fell out. Oh, I'm going to have to use that, Becky.
You're going to have to lose it or use it.
Use it.
If you don't use it, you lose it. You know that.
Oh, okay. Archangel Michael is here, so I'm using the Archangel Michael deck as everybody. From Drawing Virtue, I'm using the Archangel deck. For those who don't know, I'm using Gabrielle, and I also have the Joker deck. So away to go. Next one's from the Archangel deck. This time, I will get you to choose a number from the top I've just shuffled. 1 to 7.
3.
Sorry, darling. 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh! Oh, I do love how the angels and spirit work. Right. Here we are. Gabriel deck. Again, they're asking me for you to choose 1 to 7.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And one more from the therapy deck.
3 again.
1, 2. Oh. And what I do, people, as you'll get to see, I look at them all in no specific order, because I say, even when I lay my major, when I do this, I don't do past, present and future as such, because I will say we're in the process of now, and the now has already been in the past, and the now, as I've just spoken, is already in the future. So it's based on an overall contact of your energy and what Spirit needs to assist you with. Okay? And that's how it works. Right, anyway. I'm looking at this. Yes, and you'll see that as I give you the messages, darling, that some of the things have probably come up in the past, that Spirit and the angels have been guiding you, Rebecca, because they're there all the time with you. And I do see that Archangel Michael's card is through it all, through everything, right? This is what, through everything. Be gentle with yourself. Archangel Michael continues to walk with you and protect you, and at times, like the lamb, he carries you. So, he's just asking you to sometimes, through those difficulties, just take a step back and allow you to do a hobby or be creative. Do something that's specifically for you because you're valued so much. This then in turn, Archangel Raguel appears, and this in turn helps you with all the negotiations of different relationships, not necessarily partnership, but all the relationships that you're having to deal with in your life. Once you could make a space to be gentle with yourself, automatically relationship harmonies are blessed. Okay? And I'm going to read the message on there. I just guided to do it from Raguel. The angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. And sometimes that means, if you like, something you're not sure about, and I know that you're capable of speaking up for yourself, but I think there's sometimes you need to be reminded that you can. No is a powerful healing word for you and all involved. Sometimes you have to say, no, I choose not to, thank you. You know, very, very kindly, Becca, but it's your right to do so. But so important to be gentle on yourself and take time out, because when you're confronted with things like that, it's very difficult. And your angels will always be with you. But if you have space for you, that will help you ease the way through certain situations. I hope I'm making sense there.
Yeah.
To a bit of a jolly, which I know the angels and spirit have spoken to you before about. Again, this is the therapy deck. And we've spoke about being gentle and doing something creative. And guess what's come up from the therapy deck? Again, keeps coming up for you, darling. Books. And I remember last time, see, I only remember when Spirit's with me. If you'd have asked me last week what to do. Yeah, if you'd have asked me a while ago, right, last week or week before, I said, I don't know what I read for you, you know. But as Spirit comes through, as the angels come through, they're bringing little reminders, okay? And the books were very prominent, be it from one of the other decks, but the books were prominent. I know they spoke about, yes, I know over the years you've done journals. I'm pretty sure that you also have some poetry. I know you've done artwork, but I'm pretty sure that you still have some journals as part of your journey, which they're saying, have you started that book yet? Because what you have experienced and what you've learned, and they're saying good, bad and the ugly, because it's going to help other people. And you will get such a relief on that part of therapy. And as you go through each step, you might decide to do a bit of a painting or a piece of artwork, because I know you used to love it, and somehow it's taken a little, you know, time out. But sometimes it's necessary, not full on, but just now and again, just gently, like being gentle with yourself, bring that in for you. Not so for anybody else, for you. And as you do it for you, so it'll expand for other people. Oh yes, media comes up again. I love the angel and spirit. Media's come up again for you, darling. And this is our wonderful Angel Gabriel.
I was asked to write for a magazine, but I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, there you go then. Right, and it says, you can reach more people by working with video. Hello. Audio.
Nobody watched them.
Online media. So how wonderful is that? I do think that they are referring to you getting started with a magazine, and you could from maybe a past experience, whatever you decide to do, but you would probably have something you could give to that once a month. So you would have a regular slot, and it gives you something to work with, work for, and so, whoa, yay, New Year, 2018, yes.
I'm going to have to talk to them, because what they want me to write about is not what I want to write about. So.
What I'm saying, there's going to be lots of things that you, the gift you, which is a wonderful gift, can expand. And in being gentle with yourself, it doesn't mean you've got to race it and be like a bull in a china shop. You can take your time with it, but you'll receive so many blessings from it. Thanks, Becca. I'll pass you on to Lins. I hope that was helpful.
It was.
That sounds very good, Becca. That sounds very good. I'd like you to meet Cynthia Kitely Lee, who's in the chat room. She is the owner of a monastic magazine that she puts together things on spirituality and things of light. And you probably find you would have a lot in common if you connected to her. So I encourage you to say, oh, hello, I'm Becca. Oh, hello, I'm Cynthia. And I think you'll find that Cynthia will be able to help you, or you will be able to help Cynthia and Becca. Becca, the angels are singing to you. Right, are you ready for this? It's, we're gonna make you a star. And the card I've got for you, number 8, which I did shuffle and do, is Archangel Jophiel, the star. Now, of course, Jophiel's name means, I expect you've got these cards, the power cards.
I do, and actually that's the card for my birth sign, Aquarius.
I was just going to reel off Aquarius, things to be taken off in February, but also you're going to be losing a lot of the emotions that you've had lately. And if you've got, I'm getting the Seven Sisters star system, right? You have a lot of help from the angelic realms and other realms, right? Other celestial beings in the higher realms, they're all coming to help you. And the star is really shining brightly as follow your dreams of being a star, Becca. Anyway, and I also got Riana then. Riana, you've got to follow your dreams as well. Anyway, this, you know this card well then, doesn't it?
I do.
Yeah. Well, with her pouring out the water to me is always emotions, right?
Yes.
And that's Archangel Gabriel as well. Will help you with releasing emotions. He is the angel of emotions. Not Aquarius, it's Cancer and Pisces and Scorpio are the water ones, aren't they?
Aquarius is the water bearer, so yeah.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of Aquarius is in this doing this sort of thing.
My fellow Aquarian, Becca.
I know.
Anyway, this shows you quite happy. You've got so much knowledge around you and within you, and night time is going to be your best time for your adventures. You'll probably be flying off in your dreams and bringing things back that you can do with your writing, you know. So you might find yourself doing a bit more astral planing than you normally do, but once go with the flow of things. Just go with the flow of things, Becca. There is lovely gold lit up calm water behind you. So I think whatever you're going to be facing, it's calm. It's calm. Okay? And who's making a noise?
Not me.
I was going to Evie's people. Yeah, I was just going to click you off because you were going backwards and forwards. I've turned you off. I was going to say who's in spirit coming near.
Scott's somebody near already.
Yeah. Did you want to say anything, Scott?
Yeah, Becky, you've got a man behind you on your left shoulder. He's tall, slim, military bearing. He's either a soldier or he carried himself the military bearing. He's about 15, 20 years older than you, I think, or he looks that. He's at your left shoulder. He's got his right hand on your left shoulder. He's very, very strong and powerful, but very, very quiet. He's not somebody that you'd like to get angry and meet in a dark lane, but if he's your friend, he's your friend. He's with you, giving you such a lot of power You know him as either a husband or a big brother or somebody of that age or an uncle, but he's so powerful. There's a lot of tears and emotion with you and him. I don't think you ought to say something that you needed to say to him before he went. But it was a case of that's the way it was supposed to be, it's the way he wanted it to be. You've said more than enough since then. God, this is really emotional. But that's okay. It's been a case of you've gone through the emotions, you've gone through the beating yourself up. Now it's time just to say, okay, that was the way it was supposed to be. You know it. You're into this. You tell everyone else this. Start bloody telling your schizophrenic. Start telling yourself this. Start living how you tell other folk to. Pot kettle and black. Start living how you tell other folk to do so. Let it go. If you sit and write a letter, don't worry about punctuation, grammar, full stops. Just write and write and write and write. Put a box of hankies beside yourself, a couple of coffees, and write and write. There's nothing else you need to write and say. Once you've done that, take yourself off somewhere nice. Nice view, side of a mountain, a favourite park, beside a river, whatever it is you feel really happy and peaceful and calm. Set fire to the letter and scatter the ashes to the four winds. Make a wee ceremony of it. Have a few more tears. Pick yourself up. Brush yourself down. Time to rock and roll, girl. And on your other side, there's a lady. I think she's a gran. She's another one that would apply her foot to your derriere if you were. Well, she's applying it quite firmly now. But it's in a nice way. It's gentle. There's such a lot coming. You've been a little bit stuck because of all this emotion, because of all this thing, because of other things, but mainly it's something to do with this man. I don't know who he is or what he is, but there's just been something that's been making you stick. It's now time to clear it, to sort it, to move on, and you're just a hair's breadth away from it all happening. And she's just there to bake you cookies, give you a hug, and you smell her. When you go into a room, you smell her perfume or you smell something about her. It's not just your imagination, it's not wishful thinking. Yeah, she's there. So start believing, start saying hello, and regardless of what other folks say around you, just talk to her as if she's there, because she bloody is. Excuse the French. I think she could swear a wee bit. Maybe not sailor language, but she wasn't akin to a few of the little D's and little D words, but she's such a laugh. And I think that's all I've got with you. A little white and brown Jack Russell dog, I think, is beside you. I think it's a Jack Russell, but it's a bit taller and longer than a Jack Russell, but I'm sure it's Jack Russell colouring. Anyway, he's down beside you. He's running around your feet, and it's him you've felt touching your ankles and touching your legs, and jumping up beside you on the couch. I think that's it.
Wow.
There's such a lot of love coming to you, and a lot of power, and a lot of energy. And it's all around you at the moment. But this emotion thing that I'm filling up with, and you've got all the time, regardless of your happy smiley face. Write it out.
I've been through a lot of shit.
Right, so you know what to do, and as you say to everyone else, time to move on, girlie. And Cathy, beside you on your right shoulder, you've got either your mum or your gran. She's a very small lady, petite. Another one that could pick derriere and make you laugh at the same time, but she's with you, and she's just patting you on the shoulder and saying, that's my girl. So, nice.
Lovely.
Lins,
you're muted. Speak, Lins. Unmute yourself, Lins.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that would be my nan. One of my nans.
She's a really small lady.
Oh,
a real small lady.
Has she got curly hair?
Don't know. I'm not good at seeing fine print.
Oh.
I just know that she's very small. If you're sitting there and she was standing beside you, her head would not be an awful lot taller than your head.
Oh.
I'm sure it's a gran or a mum. No, I'm sure it's
Dave's
definitely mum's side. At the mum's side.
On the mum's side?
Yep.
Yeah, well, they all sort of shrunk a bit.
But if you look down your right hand shoulder and you look round, you'll be able to see a chin without lifting your head really. That other side.
Lins, if I remember your family photo you shared yonks ago, and I think your grandmother was on there, and she was very tiny and petite, quite a slim lady and tiny. So Scott's right. Yeah.
But then so's my great grandmother.
Yes.
I think my first thought was that it was my mum's mum.
Right. Yes.
My Nanny Baldwin. Yeah.
And would your mum be taller than her, because there's another lady behind her?
My mum's not passed yet.
Is there an aunt then? Is there another lady on the female side?
Yeah,
on your mum's side?
Two nans. On my mum's side. Yes, there's another one. It's her husband's, it's like my great grandmother. It would be my nan's. No, but she's come through quite a few times. Becca drew her. I've just remembered you drew her, didn't you, Becca?
I don't see people. I sense what they are, and then my brain fills in the gaps. So I'm not actually seeing what she looks like. I can give you a description, and then it fills from there.
Can you see that picture there?
Not very well. Yeah, that looks about right.
That's my gran and grandpa, which was my grandfather's parents.
Okay.
But that lady's come through before, and Becca drew that lady years ago, and my gran. Didn't you, Becca? Do you remember?
I do.
Yeah.
I did. I do, and I did. I think I still have it somewhere here.
Yeah, I don't think I've got it anymore. But that's her, so that would be like 2 generations.
Lins, why have you not been to see the doctor? You know you need to. Yes, you know you need to. You need to go and get that. You need to go and get it checked out. You didn't tell them everything you were supposed to. You told them a bit. You told them what you thought the doctor felt he needed to know. The rest was just you being silly and him. But you need to go and see the doctor and tell him the bloody truth. Don't you? How can he give you a diagnosis if you're sitting there not telling him everything?
I have been.
Right. Yes, indeed. You haven't told him at all. You didn't. You just didn't. So, when you go back, you need to tell him it bloody all.
I'll be going back in 2 weeks' time.
Right, see when you go, write it down.
I phoned up to make an appointment for these results, and I can't get in for another 2 weeks.
All right.
So I have made another appointment, right. And I'm also waiting for some more important tests as well.
Right, see the notebook that you've got. Write down your notebook. Every time you get an ache and a pain and a groan or whatever, write it down in your notebook. And then when you go and see the doctor, take the notebook with you and say to him, here's all the bits that have happened and here's what I feel. Because you haven't told him half the things that goes on. Because you think to yourself, oh, it's my age. Oh, I'm not bothering him with that. Just tell him. Stop being a silly arse and just tell him.
Okay.
I think that's come from Gran. Well, it's definitely come from Mum's side because she's wagging her finger at you.
That'd be my nan. Yeah.
She's wagging her finger at you. You've got a few more years to be here yet, so make sure you make the best of them. And
I hope so.
If it's a case of telling them everything and making things a little bit easier on yourself, just do it. For goodness sake.
Thank you for that, Scott. Did you hear that, Viv? I've been told off. Viv is my sister in Somerset. She's down near Crewe Cairn. Oh, Viv's gone, oh dear. Yeah, but I think I've told them everything. There's a couple of things I haven't told them. And
Really?
there's a couple of things that there's a couple of things that they go with symptoms of different things.
Simply praise, Linz. She said, really and truly, you follow through on what we said.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because when Cynthia come over, she saw what I was really like. You know. And,
there you go then.
didn't you, Cynthia? Yeah,
So there you go. Mm.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you very much, Scott, and thank you, Nan. Thank you, Nan and Nan.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, that was very nice of you, Scott.
Yeah, that was. Fantastic.
That was nice. Yeah. What about you, Becca? That was nice for you, wasn't it?
It was very nice.
That Jophiel card is the star. That's a Master Arcana card, right? And it's life-changing card. So there you go. Right, it's your turn to take over now, Rihanna, because that's thrown me right out. Thank you very much. No. Actually, I've got this organised. I'm going to bring Carrie on, everybody, and Carrie's going to talk about Cathy's picture. And I'm surprised you don't do the drawing anymore, Becca, because you did it for a little while and you were good at it, and then you stopped, didn't you?
I do it. Nobody was acknowledging it, so I just stopped posting.
Well, I did.
Yeah, one. I had one person.
They were brilliant, Becca.
Thank you.
Right, let me go and find this picture, which might be that one.
Yeah, I can't find it in mine. I thought I had it, but I can't find it. I have a whole bunch of other ones.
Hang on, I'm just going to find this picture. Select file. Oh, cancel. No, I just want to show it. Right, let me try another one. And anyway, everybody, I'd like to thank you all for coming to be with us today. And there it is. I've got it. Now, this, everybody, if you look at the presentation picture, if
You've muted yourself again, Linz.
I haven't. The computer's muted me. It's intuitalks keeps muting me.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to pass you to Rihanna and Carrie now, because to me, I think the spirit wants me to shut up for a minute. So they keep muting me. Anyway, this picture was done by a spiritual drawer, spiritual artist of friend of Carrie's, and if anybody that knew Cathy, they would know that Cathy was a good drawer. She liked drawing and artwork, and she liked to do pencil drawings herself. So I thought this was rather nice that she come up. So I'm just going to unmute you, Carrie. You're unmuted now, and I'll let Rihanna interview you. Okay?
All right, go ahead.
Carrie. Do you know what, Carrie? As soon as I saw this, I was like, yeah, that's Cathy, you know, because actually, she'd been with me during the day as well, and I was like, whoa, girl, and she was telling me that, yeah, I'm going to be at the show with Debs, and don't worry about it. And when I spoke to Linz, I was getting from them both, you know, just behave now, you two, it's going to be fine, you know, we're always sorting it out, and the angels are going to be with you, it's going to be an absolute brilliant show, which it is. They're all, Cathy's always in the background. And this is absolutely so perfect. As soon as I saw it, I was well, nearly fell off the seat, to be honest. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I would like you to share here, if you can, darling, about what you wrote, because I haven't got it to me offhand. Because the wonderful gentleman did a reading as well, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, I don't have that loaded. Let me
Take through to you. It was wonderful.
Let me just see if I've got it loaded. I do send these things to myself, and I've got them. Okay.
Gary, can you speak up a little bit?
Is this mic working, or is this mic working? First or second one? Oh, no,
say it again. I've only got one on here. Say it again.
Was this one better, or this one? Which sound is better, the first or the second?
The first one. The first one.
First one. Okay, so I'm on my headphones already. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, I just want to...
That's clearer now. You sound louder.
My mail. To that one. I'm just trying to look up the conversation that we had, because it was just... He was blown away as well.
Yes.
The development group is from a wonderful place in just on the outskirts of London, and they train mediums there. And I didn't meet him personally, but I met him online, and have friended him on Facebook, and now he's created a drawing group where he practices his spirit art, because I did a reading for him last year sometime, and I said he needs to go back into his spirit art, and yeah, he has. So it's...
Oh, that's good.
What we sometimes do is, sometimes somebody will go exclusively for mediumship training, and somebody might go exclusively for trance mediumship training, and then there's also the spirit art. And the lady that she takes the class, she allows you to do in an altered state, in a trance state. So the best you can sort of work with your team, and how do I put this?
You keep fading in and out, Carrie. I don't know if you're moving your mic.
Sorry about that. Is
Carrie,
it better?
That's better.
Yeah.
Carrie, did you post that, share that on Cathy's Distant Echoes?
I did.
All right.
I did.
Yeah, I was just trying to see. Yeah.
But I just want to tell you a little bit
conversation
about
as well, wasn't it, on there, on Cathy's Distant Echoes?
Sorry?
Yeah.
And the conversation as well, Riana, is on Cathy's Distant Echoes.
Yes, here it is.
There it is, yeah.
Yes.
So basically we are encouraged to work with our teams, and then you just put your pencil on the paper, and then spirit will start moving your hand and do the drawing. And that's how 2 pages, 2 pencil drawings came out in 10 seconds. Because obviously he's been working on this.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome. So I've also tried it, and it's a little scary the first time, but I must admit it's a lot of fun. So I just want to get to the conversation here.
It's taking away that fear, isn't it?
Yeah. Here we go.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, Carrie.
Sorry for the breaks, guys. Okay, so he said this was the drawing 2, and the info will be given to the person who recognized the drawing. So my response was, it could be a friend. And then he said, small and fragile, but then also powerful in her look, intense, loving, once in her heart, never out. She feels like a ballet dancer, so light. And then my response was, I immediately thought of one friend, yes, small and fragile, and powerful, intense, loving, awesome person and friend. And then my friend said, would you understand if she could heal the world? That if she could, she would heal the world. I have the feeling she became ill. It feels like a candle going slowly out, losing my energy and fading away. And then I said, yes, 100%. And then he said, the mutual you share with her is the sensitivity, concern for the world, love for nature and animals. And would you accept a big, long hug? So I said, yeah, thank you. And obviously, there came the big hug.
Lovely, Carrie. That was lovely.
Yes.
I'm going Cathy. I'm just automatically come out, so we know Cathy is here. And I bet that was nice for Cathy to give you a hug as well.
I love the piece whereby she does say, and I still feel that her work doesn't stop, Carrie. I mean, it's so wonderful. She's with people that knew her, and working the background up. But I love the bit where the reading came through to say that she's hoping to connect to all mediums in every way possible to change the world. She wants to encourage you and other people to go on. She hopes to be with the angels someday, and now she is one of them.
So
I thought that was with love and thanks from her. You know, and that to me was like, cool, because while Cathy was here on the earth plane, as we all know, and for people that didn't know her, on a personal level, it was international. She never used to expect people to pay calls. She'd phone Lins from the USA, and she'd phone me occasionally. I'd be going, oh, Cathy, darling, it costs that much money. It would touch me that she would do that. But she had, with more than a handful of us, a very personal relationship. Do you know what I mean? So profound that she touched so many people that work as mediums and work as spirits and work as psychics. And I'm not talking hundreds, I'm talking thousands.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And that's her, if you like, her legacy. And she's still doing it where she is. I think that's fantastic. And I
feel she's going to pull forward. You know, like some people, they pass and they go quite distant. So it's difficult to get, like if somebody's family member comes through and says, I want to connect to my mom. She died 8 months ago. And then some people, the mom is just back with spirit that it's actually really, really difficult for the mom to kind of come back into personality and to be read again. But some people, they just stay very, very close to the earth. And like it says there, it's like she becomes an angel, and she is that close. And if we allow her to be, she will work with you. You know, she wants to work with. I just got the feeling, not only on radio shows, and not only like that,
and personal lives.
Just anybody who's got this sort of.
It's wonderful, really wonderful.
Yeah. So
the times I've had her by my side, you know, is unbelievable. At least I should forget sometimes. I have still got 2 recordings of a voice message on my phone downstairs. and my phone will just go off, and there'll be nobody at the other end.
Yeah.
They would have opened up, had allowed the record to open. And so when I answer, there's nobody there, but I have to go back on the messages. And of course it goes back to messages of Kathy, and I get loud and clear, you know, I'm here, girlfriend. That powerful at times, isn't it? So yeah, I know she's here, and I know you're having a laugh, Kathy. I do. She's lovely. Yes, that's going to happen. For sure.
May I come in now and just say, Carrie, as I was moving the cards to give them a shuffle, you were talking about Kathy and what had come through from your friend. A card flew out across the floor, awkward, and I've picked it up, and I feel it's for you. It's the Six of Raphael, and it's embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, and children or childhood. But it shows you, I believe it's you as a mermaid with a young lad just having a fun round by a lake and just having a good time. So it might be that you're going to get together with some friends or an old friend, and you're going to talk about your childhood things, and it's going to lift you because it's going to lift you because you need to nurture your inner child at the moment. So I know you understand what that means. And Archangel Raphael, he is helping you. He's waving a flag for you. That's Raphael's flag there. But he is, he's very prominent around you. He wants you to go out into nature and just enjoy being out and grounding yourself. But he's very proud of you, Carrie, and he's very pleased to be working with you in all that you do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I just thought I'd pass that on to you. So thank you for coming in and talking about this drawing of Kathy. It's rather marvellous, but thank you about coming in, and also for saying that Kathy wants to help people. Which I believe she is a very powerful. She said to me, if I die, I'll come back as your angel. And she's here a lot with Riana and me, and I feel she's a very powerful guide, you know, and for a lot of people. So I'd like to. We haven't got much time left, Riana, so I'd like to just do a card for Cynthia. And should we ask Scott if he would like a reading? Scott.
Yeah.
Let me unmute him. I've got to unmute Scott. Hello, Scott. Would you
go on then? Yes, please. Yes, please.
Would you have a particular number you would like?
Never say no. 3, please.
Oh, I'm a 3. Is that your life path, Scott?
Pass.
Oh, it's my no, I'm a 6. A 3. My birth number is a 3, and my life path is a 6. Right. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, I've got the 3 cards here because I was drawn to the top one and then I counted out 3. So the first card that I drew out was the King of Michael. And the King of Michael on these cards, right, that is representing you, okay? I can send these to you on Facebook if you want. And it is showing you are a principled, rational, ambitious, respected person, right? And I'm just going to look into the card and read this. And I feel, Scott, that you're at a point where you have to put up a barrier so that people respect your boundaries and don't take too much from you. You are in a responsible way. You are looking after your own interests, but you have to put up boundaries with that. Otherwise, people would walk over you. things are very peaceful, or will be very peaceful for you. There's 2 doves of peace in here, so your relationships are going to be very, very peaceful. And you have the energy not only of Archangel Michael, but of Mother Mary as well around you. And Mother Mary helps parents, but she is universal. She helps all sorts of people, and she is very loving if you need comfort. And in your job, I should imagine sometimes you need love and comfort and help to listen to people, as you're a counsellor as well as a medium. You're a counsellor as well, and through that listening to people, sometimes you yourself you need that hug to keep you going. There's also a lot of yellow roses in this card, and to me that denotes friendship. You have a lot of friends in this world and also in the other side as well, but you have also got a lot of new friendships will be coming to you. I don't know if you're going to be doing a new venture. The grass is always greener on the other side, but it's green on this side as well. I'm here to tell you that you'll be walking a very luscious green path with lots of flowers soon, on this side, on Earth,
Okay.
not on the other side. And more friendships will be coming to you, but I also feel you'll be getting more people coming to you that need your advice. And because you are principled and rational and ambitious and respected, people will not accept. They will believe in what you have to tell them. They'll respect what you have to say because you have got such a good reputation.
Okay.
Right? You're very reputable. That you've got a good reputation, and people will trust that reputation and trust you, and know that from your honesty that shines from your eyes, that you're not pulling the wool over their eyes, and that what you're saying is what they need to hear. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. I'm not going to read the bottom of the card. Oh, and one more thing, right? While you're at home, you're the king of your castle.
Aye, right.
You're the king of the castle, right?
Not in this lifetime.
Right, I just need to go to another one. Well, perhaps it's your wife. Are you still with your wife? She's not crossed over. Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. Well, she must be the Queen of Raphael, let's see. Because I've got the Queen of Raphael come up, and that looks like your wife sat on a throne, which is a shell, and Archangel Raphael is looking after you. He's also the archangels of relationships and lovers, and he's shining a lot of light on your relationship. And also there's dolphins laughing and playing and jumping in this card, and I feel that you'll have a good laugh and a joke. You've got a special relationship with your wife, and it's good sometimes to look back on times that were funny when you were younger,
Yeah.
And this card says, follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information will be coming to you. And your Queen of Raphael, she's kind, understanding, giving and psychic, even if she might not be able to cook. So I hope that helps you. Now, the last card, which would have been, let me see, I had it that way, 1, 2, 3. Yes, this would have been number 3 card, and it's quite an interesting card. It's the 9 of Michael, right? Now, you're sitting on that bed, if you can see that. I will send these to you.
Okay.
And you're wondering if you're going in the right direction, which direction you're going to go in, and you just want that little bit of wisdom. You're wondering if everything's just flown out the window, so to speak, because there's a
Unmute.
there's a wise owl in this, and he's either flying out of the window or he's flying to you. It's up to you to decide whether you want new information to come to you or whether you want to just stay as you are for a while and let that information go. So pay attention to any new information that comes to you. And this shows you, as a persona, this shows you as a young man, right? I'm not saying you're old, but as a young man. But this is where you are. Picture yourself like as now, you're in your late teens, early 20s, and you really are struggling to work something out. Archangel Michael is coming into you and he's saying, come on, Scott, you can do this. Just sit and have a think and go into the centre of your heart, take a breath down, and I will guide you to your next step. The wisdom and knowledge that you need, not what you think you need, is coming to you. It will be coming to you.
Thank you.
Okay? And you're going to have a very nice year.
Wow.
And you will have a very nice year. I've not got successful or fantastic. It's nice. You're going to have a very nice year. So God bless you, Scott. And I know Rihanna wants to come in now, because you don't just get one of us, you get two of us when you get a reader there.
Is she get the lottery numbers?
Is she going to...
Does she get the lottery numbers?
Lucky numbers?
Lottery.
Oh, lottery. Yeah, I don't know. She only goes up to number 7, though. I mean, I'll go up to 72, but she'll go to number 7.
I'm not doing it at the moment because I've been going to while I was shuffling, I had some cards fall out, but I want to follow on what Linz was saying when she was finding it difficult for words to describe, like the people that would come to you and get total clarity. What happens and what is going to happen and is going to be even more prominent, and this is just not only within your work, Scott, this is like just when you're walking down the street. Your inner light, your inner being, your inner self is going to be even stronger on reflecting out, and it's going to be like a magnet, and people will just automatically come to you, and as they come to you, it's like they naturally want to give you eye contact. They want to find out that, and you may only say a couple of words, but by gosh, they will be hit and they will believe, and that's just going to be more prominent in your life, especially this year. Okay, that was very important to say. I think also because I've got the cards, Daily Cups, Divine Order, the God Box, and Favourable Outcome. I'm going to stick to the Favourable Outcome actually, because I know it's going to be favourable in every respect. You have an old lady that is continually with you from spirit, one of your ancestors. I don't know if it's great-grandmother or great-great-grandmother, but she's there. And she's... you probably, if you'd have met her, you wouldn't have always got on with her, but she's very formidable and forceful. She's sharp as a button. But her knowledge is unbelievable.
Okay.
And she works very closely with you. Okay. And in certain relationships around you in your life, this is why go in the light is going to reflect outwards, even with people close to you that you wouldn't have thought it would have any relevance. Am I making sense? So 2018 is going to be, well, let me just say, you'll feel like you've moved up a notch, elevation for you. It's going to be such a blessing.
Okay.
There we go. That's about it. I hope that was useful.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
About time too.
Sorry, darling.
About time too. Been waiting for this for years.
It will do. It's trust and believe. And I know I always say, as we know, as you as a medium knows as well, it's not what you have to see to believe. It's what you believe and then you see.
Okay.
In, out. In, out, shake it all out.
Thank you, Riana. Come on, everybody, do the okie dokie. Thank you, Riana. That was nice, Scott. And I would just like to say we've now come to the end of the show, everybody. I'd like to thank everybody that has come to the show on both sides of the spiritual realms, on the earth plane and on the spirit realms. Thank you very much to everybody that's come today. And if you're watching this in the archive, thank you so much for watching in the archive. And Angela Birds, I'm sending you a lot of love and comfort. I know you wanted to be here, and if you are here for the end of the show, God bless you. And I know the angels are surrounding you in love and comfort and flying with you. Now, I've picked a card, something different for 2018, and I will do this every show, I think. I've picked a card for everybody. And for anybody that links up to this show, and the card for January for this month is the 8 of Michael. And you might find this interesting, Scott, after what Riana has just said. And the card for everybody is the 8 of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. Not seeing things clearly. So look at things in a different perspective, everybody. Make a list of this, that and the other, and so you can think more clearly about what you want. Think about what you want and what you don't want, and make this year happen for you. Make this year happen for you, because you do make a difference to the world. We all make a difference to the world, but just put yourself out there. It's like talking to myself. So thank you very much, Archangel Michael.
It's for other people, you know, but it's also for Lindsay. She's a fantastic branch on the tree to receive also.
I don't know, bounce a bit, don't I?
Even Becca's grinning because she knows exactly what I'm talking about. I bet Scott does as well.
Right, I'm going to stop the recording now, everybody. I'd like to say God bless you. Thank you very much for coming. And this show was a dedication show for our friend Deb Schiller, who was a great friend to so many on Cathies-distantechos, Lizzie Starr's show, Barbara DeLong's show, Blog Talk Radio and Chewy Talks. She was a lovely lady, and we know she's here with us today. She would love that. Messing about on the switchboard of that. So, and I'd like to thank you all very much for coming, and God bless you. I should pass you to Riana to say a few passing words.
Thank you ever so much for everyone that's listening to the show, that supports the show, be it here live. Thanks to all the live people that have been with us, and for those that are going to be listening into the archives. We're just so humbly grateful for your support for our show. We thank our beautiful friend Becca, who's been with us and joined us, and has been a wonderful support. It was lovely to hear Carrie with us as well. Wonderful, thank you, Carrie. And Scott, welcome. I hope you're going to join us again. It's been wonderful to have you here on Flying with
Thank you.
Angels. Spirit.
Yes, it has been absolutely lovely. And thank you to
It's been
Cynthia and Viv for coming as well. And anybody else that dropped in and I didn't see because I can't always look at the chat room.
And Kathy and Deb, thank you.
And Kathy and Deb and my nan and Becky's
Scott's great
family. Your family, Scott.
My gosh, it's been wonderful.
Would you like to say anything to Scott and Becca before you go?
No, it's been good, thank you.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And Becca?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, it's good. I'm pleased you joined us. I'll be in touch later. Anyway, we have to go now, everybody. So thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed it. The next show for Flying with Angels is on February the 1st. So it'd be 11 o'clock. So in America, you'll be able to go a pinch and a punch for the first of the month. And in England, we've missed it, so we'll be able to say a pinch and a kick for being so quick. I don't know if you all know that one. So, God bless you, everybody.